Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to end. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The play action fake. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Then he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
With the grab and the score.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Coming out with it, it's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the ground with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Motion from the offense. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
We know this quarterback has a ton of speed, and they were able to have success on that jet sweep play. Maybe down the road you might see the quarterback pull the football, keep it himself, and really keep this defense on their heels.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give is to Miller. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Discards a man. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Snap it to the back. And into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Looking for the 2-point try. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He will not get there. Stopped on the 2-point conversion try, and they still trail by 1 here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
Finds his man down the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The give as they work on that clock. Fighting off the defender. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game, and what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Ducks will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Takes the handoff. It's James. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Wide out in motion. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Trying to get to him. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback.
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will put total leather and will get started. Bringing it back. And good work by the coverage team.
At the 12.
The return man. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Howard. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Buckeyes want to crank their tempo. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Caught over the middle. It's Judkins. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confident. Now, after that last drive, to be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and goal for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's James. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Delivers to contact. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's James. Still on his feet. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Ducks in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse this offense. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Howard. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooked.
Touchdown, Oregon! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Number 7.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that point.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last...
Intercepted. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got... Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames. taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Flames will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Fires to the big fella. He is smashing people. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. The sure hands, it's James. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Ducks want to move quickly. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's holding. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
These corners backing off a bit. They'll toss it to the left. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
They'll run the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the pass hits, picked off. At the 45 on its way. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. The Ducks get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
They'll toss it to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Flames.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
to the air on first down. Got a man. It's James. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Ducks will hustle to the line. They're testing the right side here. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quarterback checking off. Takes the handoff. It's James. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Afterburner's coming. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Salter. Starts to scramble to the left. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On the move to his left. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Ferguson. Touchdown, Ducks! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah,
Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Flames racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, They run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. Back to pass, it's Salter. They're trying to get to it. Touchdown, Liberty! And with that, they've got the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to... Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. And that one play just changes the entire perspective on this game. If you finish that drive, go up 2 scores, you might be able to salt this thing away. Instead, we've got a game.
No doubt about it. And let's give this defense a lot of credit, because playing with their backs against the wall, in that situation, they knew someone was going to have to step up and make a play. Creating that takeaway now, giving the football back to their offense, trailing but with the chance to win. Man, it does not get better than that for that defense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense up,
running toward the tape. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
On the move, it's James. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Firing to the right, complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
The end of the third quarter. Liberty 13, Oregon 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher pressure came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Austin. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass, it's Salter. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games. QB drops back and makes these first.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. A deep throw as the clock winds down. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Flames will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The snap sets up the throw. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The Flames are in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Salter. Dances away to buy time. Touchdown, Flames! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
19.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Spits it out to the back. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Pulls it in. It's James. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. To the air, it's Gabriel. He'll take a shot. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. And what a way for this defense to end it. A pick as time runs out. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense set on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Taking a shot on the first play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. Quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Fires and picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Snagged in the middle. It's James. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air, it's Gabriel. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Might be looking to run. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. To throw, it's Milroe. Using his feet to buy time. Got his man. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 14, Alabama 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
He's not afraid to throw it from way back here. Using the quick game. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. Finds his tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. This offense has a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's holding. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's James. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Alabama, 0.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington.
The return is tackled down at his 42.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy ever. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Makes the catch. It's Ferguson. Turns it on in midfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Zings it complete to the right. On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, 41.
And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bringing it out. Smashes through the tackle. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides...
Makes the grab on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pickup.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Going for it all. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after. The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will kick it away first. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here for the offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll go right back to it. And the Buffaloes will keep this drive going.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Fast motion from the offense. And off from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Sanders. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. The 1st down for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Give to the back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Sanders. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll go to the ground.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Fires to the big fella. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Gets it to the back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Wide receiver now comes in motion. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now, they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with 2 points on the board.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Handoff from the gun. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. They'll run it from the gun. At the 45 on its way. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback extends the play. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Forced out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. The Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man, and they convert. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down. Problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Colorado 7, Oregon, 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Bucks! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
To the air, it's Gabriel. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Ducks want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's James. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He'll try to take it back. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Quickly out to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got a man, it's Johnson. Open runway ahead. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. And the Ducks are threatening on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Pushes ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Corners are going to bail. Going up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down for this offense. Defense playing a bail technique. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Badgers will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Now they're going to throw it. It's complete to the right. Smashes through the tackle. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they did tack on the extra point. ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense set for a first down play. The inside handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24. The Ducks will hustle to the line. They go to the ground. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Coming after him. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the returner is stopped. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This should be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Gonna run it. It's Whittington. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Let's go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. The Ducks get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking for a crease to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badger. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Ducks. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt, unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a dynamite play there. 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for him.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Snatches it on the right. And he's running in the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Runs through a tackle. Just knocking away defenders. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Stewart. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Badgers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were all up.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Pressure coming. Trying to make... Oh, it's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll immediately call timeout. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Quickly to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. The run from the shotgun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center of the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Line getting set on second down. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. These corners going to give them some space. Caught in the backfield. It's Anthony. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A third and long coming up here. Now the play fake. Lets it fly. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I love the play call offensively. Because you've got the lead, you know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that third down, you dial up the play action and keep the chains moving.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Badgers are rolling down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Badger! And the punishment has been extended.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the third touchdown.
And the point after is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
They'll leave it with him. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Johnson.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
He wants a big play here late. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. The 10. And he